Are you like me, fed up with Wi-Fi charging that's just so inconsistent and slow? So I have purchased another Wi-Fi charger that's a stand and another product that I'll do a separate video on how to measure the speed of the Wi-Fi. Again, it's just so frustrating. No matter what I do, everything dealing with Wi-Fi, the speeds are all over the place. So sit back, enjoy, and watch as I try to figure out what I could do to get the faster Wi-Fi speeds. I know that as I look at my Wi-Fi speeds, I could measure it in all kinds of things. But as I look at watts, so I know that the fastest charger I've seen, not used, was a Pixel stand that supposedly gets up to 30 watts. And I think maybe there's 145, but I'm not sure. So I started trying to learn how to figure out how many watts my chargers were getting, and it was all over the place. Sometimes the problem seemed to be the cord, sometimes the plug, sometimes the actual device. I have a Pixel 9, and I find the speeds different everywhere, no matter what I do, even using the same plugs. So I have embarked on a mission to find some consistency in Wi-Fi charging, and this is my second step. So I have done a video prior, maybe about a year ago or so, on a Wi-Fi charger that actually worked, gave me 15 watt, which is about as good as I think you could do. So today we're going to try another charger, and I'll give you more information on this particular charger. It's a stand, and my plan is to get 15 watts out of this. I did try to get 20-watt chargers. I just couldn't find any that I had read reviews on or had seen information that looked good. So we are going to try to get 15 watts out of this particular charger. And let's see. And this charger shows on the back, and we'll talk more about it, on the output, it shows 5 watts, 7.5 watts, 10 watts, and 15 watts. So it's got a lot more information on it. There we go. We're going to open this up and begin our march towards at least a 15-watt charger. And then someday we'll do a 20-watt, and then hopefully something a little bit higher. This box has a bit of a glossy finish, so my apologies early on for that. Here we go. It's wireless charging. You can see it really doesn't say much of anything else. The name of the company is the manufacturer, or the company that trademarks it, is Inibak, Inibak. I don't know anything about them. I can't find much about them. The charger itself is a 15-watt charger, though apparently for Pixels and maybe Samsung phones, there's an 18-watt adapter in the box. So why don't we open it up and take a look and see if that's true? Not much else, by the way. Just gives some facts. You could see the output is 5, 7.5, 10, 15 watts. Not much else other than it's white. So inside the box, that's what it looks like. Not much there, really. So here's the plug. Try again. All right, here we go. It just says wireless charger, and I don't think there's going to be much else here. just a few pictures. It looks like either you lay it sideways or you can use it sideways. This says using method, and it does show it here, as you can see, laying sideways. Here's the actual charger. Feels okay. Nothing special, some rubber feet on the bottom. It just says wireless charger. It gives the same facts on the bottom as it did on the side of the box that I read to you. It's got an orange-ish plug here. And this says Power Adapter Quick Charge 3.0. And here is the, I would guess, is a USB-C to USB A, of course, A to C, as you could see on there. Kind of feels like a corded, yeah, feels almost nice, feels pretty nice here. And it's long, so this is a rather long cord that came with it. So why don't I just plug it in, and we'll do our first test with it and see what we got. And then we'll do some more testing with it, and I'll let you know. Again, not much else to it. There is a rubber pad here also. So let's see how it works. Well, I have wired it and hooked it up to power. So I have an app called Charge Meter. There's another one called Ampere. My phone is very well charged right now at 72%, but let's get a baseline. So I'm going to go ahead and put it on, and immediately it's checking. So I know that this phone, when it's wired directly to an electrical outlet, gets about 3,000 milliamps. And this is going to be, it looks like, right around 2,000 milliamps. I would tell you it's very good. Before I convert this to watts to see if this truly gets 15 watts, I will let you know that. And right now, based on what I've read in the specs for my Pixel 9, the maximum we get is about 15 watts on a non-Pixel charger, a non-Pixel stand. So I could tell you right now this looks really good, but let's hold off and we'll do some more testing. Well, what I do know is it's so difficult to get the exact right numbers. So what I'm going to do is I have purchased a cable simply called the data cable. I'll give you the information below, which shows me the watts going in to the charger. This charger right now, by the way, is fluctuating a bit, but it's close to 2,000 milliamps in the measurements. So it's actually very good. So I'm okay with that. And like I said, it's about a third lower than direct wired. So I have been unable to mathematically figure the amount of watts, though I do have the formula. So what we're going to do is we're going to open this up, and we're going to see what this tells us. I'll be right back to you. All right, let me tell you a few things here. One is this is the SoPi, that's how I'll pronounce it here. And I don't know if you could see, right now it's showing a number of 0, power going in, but I'll put my phone on the charger and you'll see. By the way it does work is you do have to have the cord end that has the display plugged into the device, not to the power. So please remember that. So let me put my phone sideways here. So I put my phone sideways and I'll pull this up here, and it shows 13 watts going in. Again, it may be very, very difficult for you to see. Let me try to zoom if I can. So Right here, it is showing 12 and 13 watts going in. Uh, and based on the fact that this is a Pixel phone, it really is not going to get more than 15 watts from a wireless charger like that anyway. So I would say that that's probably very accurate at 13 watts. Well, I think I'm just about done with all of this. So where I've come out of this is you have to have the right cord, you have to have the right charger, you have to have the right device, you have to have the right plug where it goes. So all those things have to come together to get your fastest speed. So what I did is I actually took my Pixel phone and I plugged it directly into an outlet. I'm sorry, I actually plugged it into an extension cord, and the extension cord gave me 18 watts. The charger, the wireless charger that I'm testing and showing you guys, got 13 watts. So I'm now going to do one last one. I'm going to plug the charger directly into the wall outlet and measure that. But I did want to just stop here and just let you know that I have always found that you just have to have the right everything to get the best out of your charger. This should get up to 27 watts when I plug it in directly to the outlet. I don't know if it will, but we'll see what happens with that. And I did test the cord itself, which I'm going to do a really quick video on to give you all a little bit of idea on that cord, see what you think. That cord does measure up to 100 watts, but I plugged it into my Beats earbuds, and I got 1 watt, and I plugged it into my microphone charger, and I got 1 watt. So it really depends a lot on the device that you're charging. So the fact that I got a 15-watt charger is probably the right thing because it looks like I'm not going to get really much more than 15 watts out of it. And over time, of course, that'll all improve. So I wanted to stop and do that. We're going to do one more. We're going to plug it into an outlet, let you guys see what it looks like when it's plugged directly into an outlet, and we'll take it from there. Thank you so much. I'm finally going to end this video with just a few last minute tests. So the first thing is I'm plugged directly into the wall and into the charger here. With my new nylon corded cable, tells me what the wattage is. So let's test it. All right, so my battery is currently at 52%. And I'm going to bring it over so you could see what kind of wattage I show going in. So here we go. I'm not positive you could see that, and I hope you can. But anyway, what it's showing is that the phone charge is 12%. I'm sorry, 12 watts. So the next thing I'm going to do is use my app, and let's see if we're getting 2000 milliamps. And it looks like after all this settles down, it will be right around 2000 milliamps. That's pretty fast. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the cable out, and I am going to test it without the charger and directly into my phone. So here we go. All right, I have now plugged it. It is not through the charger anymore. And let me get it the right side up for you. And here we go. And I am getting 19 watts. So that's pretty good. And look at this on the speed charging. As I had mentioned before, I usually get 3000 plus directly plugged into the wall. So there shows you the difference between a direct cable charge and a convenient Wi-Fi stand. So that is fast, by the way. So that's what that charger I now have, that Soupy charger. And I'm going to change now, just a second. Now I'm going to plug it in. I have the charging brick or block, and I also have the cable that came with the Wi-Fi charging stand. And I'm going to put that in, and let's see if that equals. This one doesn't have a measurement on it, so let's see if we get in the 3000s quickly here. So having it plugged directly in, I am getting, looks like about 1200, 13. It's kind of flopping. So it's moving all over the place, but lower than 1500 at this point. Now, something doesn't feel right because I could swear I was getting over 2000 when this same plug was in the charger, the wireless charger. So let me try that again. I have it now plugged directly into the charger, and look at that. Now, this is really strange to me. Obviously, I think it'll wind up being over 2000. What's strange is why this is happening. In other words, when I plug it directly in without the wireless charger, I was getting about 1500. Using the wireless charger, look at that. So, wow. A little bit strange, to say the least. So I have shown you all kinds of things. The facts are the fastest charge you can get is going to be with a good plug, which I was using, a good cable, which I was using, and a device like this phone that will take a good charge. And altogether, they came in at right around 20 watts. And that's what I remember in the beginning. I was looking for 20 watts. Wi-Fi charger, I was looking for 15 watts. And this, I did get on this, I believe it was 13 watts, if I remember right. So I got 13 watts on this. You have everything I have now, and you know everything I know. So I will put the link below for both the charger. By the way, it seems like a really good charger, and the cable, which also seems pretty good. I've not tested it long enough to make sure that it'll sustain over a long period of time, but as of right now, it looks pretty good.